Hello friends and welcome to this session for GATE and ESC Electrical Engineering. My friend, this session is going to be one of the most awesome session and you are going to really learn something very new and something that will help you in the exam. In the exam for GATE, may it be 2021 or it may be 2022. Now, before we start the lecture, my friend, let me introduce you myself. My name is Ankit Goyal. I got AIR 1 in GATE 2014 and GATE 2018. And my friend, I was also awarded the President of India Gold Medal by the President himself in the year 2013 when I graduated from IIT Indore. Presently, I am working as a director at an academy for GATE department, and that is why constantly I am able to bring new and more initiatives for you. Because an academy is not an institute. An academy is not a coaching. An academy is more of a revolution. An academy is more of a feeling. An academy has everything right that is wrong with every other coaching institute in the country. The name An Academy, my friend, has been comprised of two words, un and academy. That means it has everything that is not there in an academy. So an academy cares about the student in the best way possible. It cares about the student most than or more than any other person can. All the initiatives are centered on the student. That is, they are always working towards the student welfare. And that is why, my friend, you are watching this course on power system. That is why, my friend, you are watching this course on power system free of cost on our YouTube channel. So my friend, if you are visiting this channel for the first time, make sure that you have subscribed, because we have electrical machine, power electronics, power system, communication system, EMT, EDC, network, signal, control, digital, everything is here on this channel, that too free of cost, my friend. But what has An Academy done? An Academy has brought a revolution in the country where they are providing the most affordable education, and that too free of that too at the most affordable price, as well as free of cost on YouTube. So my friend, if you want to be a part of the revolution that An Academy has created by means of the courses that are running on An Academy, where they are bringing you the best ever educators of the country on a single platform. That is, you, my friend, can be able to learn from India's top educator at the cheapest or at the most affordable prices possible. At the most affordable prices possible. Now, my friend, I'm talking to you. You can dare to dream. You can dare to enter a PSU. You can dare to dream about MTech from an IIT. Why? Because An Academy has made it possible. An Academy has done everything that is required to get the best rank in GATE examination. So my friend, if you want to join An Academy, make sure that you use the code Ankit ESE, because the door to An Academy opens with this code, and this directly makes me your mentor, so that I can guide you at each and every step regarding your GATE preparation. And not only this, you will also get 10% discount on your subscription. Now, what does An Academy bring for you? Not only the live classes. The live classes are the best part of An Academy, where you can interact with the educator, ask your doubt, and make sure that you understand each and every concept, and then only exit the class. But other than that, you get dedicated doubt session, where you can post a pic of a question and ask any doubt, any number of doubts. Then you have weekly quizzes. Every Sunday we test how much you have understood. Then there are daily practice paper which we provide you for practice. Then there are practice questions from An Academy. Then there are test series from An Academy. Then there is crash course, where we will boost your rank in the last few months. There is rank improvement batch for the students who have already done well in the GATE examination. Now, my friend, all of this just with one subscription fees, where you don't have to pay anything again and again or anything extra. That is the magic of An Academy. Just join An Academy without thinking too much.
Hi guys, in the last lecture we started with the topic of fault analysis. There we first of all saw why we do the fault analysis, and we saw the aim of fault analysis was to design the effective protection system. There I told you that protective relays are designed on the basis of minimum fault current, and circuit breakers are always designed on the basis of maximum fault current. Then we saw various assumptions that we make in case of fault analysis, like generator is modeled as a EMF source in series with a subtransient reactance. We neglect any changes in frequency, those sort of assumptions. Then we saw causes of short circuit fault. Okay. Then we saw transients in the transmission line due to short circuit fault. There we derived current was equal to Vm by mod Z sine omega t plus alpha minus theta plus Vm by mod Z sine theta minus alpha e raised power minus RT by L. We derived this equation in which this was the steady state current and this was the transient current. So this was the transients in the transmission line due to a short circuit fault. Then we derived the maximum momentary current, which was the maximum current during the subtransient period. It came out to be 2 Vm by mod Z. So we called it as the doubling effect, as the maximum momentary current is twice the maximum value of steady state RMS current. We also saw the concept of symmetrical current and asymmetrical current. Symmetrical was the AC component because it was symmetrical about x-axis. Asymmetrical was the total current, that is DC offset plus AC, because it is not symmetrical about x-axis. In this lecture we will study about the synchronous machine, how does it behave under the short circuit condition. So now suppose a synchronous machine is connected to a bus and there is a three-phase symmetrical short circuit fault. Three-phase symmetrical short circuit fault means all three phases are shorted. Since all the three phases are shorted, if we draw the equivalent circuit, we will represent something like this. This circuit is on per phase basis. Okay, this is my EF, J axis and R. Now what happen is, suppose we neglect R, then what will happen? This model will be something like this, EF by J axis. Now whatever the current will flow IF will be EF by J axis, that is EF by axis angle minus 90. So here I am assuming the angle of the EMF is 0. Instead of delta I have assumed 0, as I am assuming no load condition before the fault. If you are assuming no load condition, that means P is equal to 0, which is proportional to sine delta. So delta is also equal to 0. Okay. Now from here we can see that the fault current is 90 degree lagging. And we know in a synchronous machine, whenever the power factor is lagging, the armature reaction is demagnetizing. Now two effects will happen when the short circuit will occur. The thing is, whenever you will short circuit any machine, due to low impedance, the current will be very high. So IF is a very high current, because when we have short circuited, we have reduced the impedance and current becomes high. So IF is high. And the other thing is that IF is 90 degree lagging, due to which it has the effect of demagnetizing armature reaction. Now when the armature reaction is demagnetizing, it will tend to reduce the field flux. Now since IF suddenly increases, so it will try to reduce the field flux suddenly. But due to magnetic inertia, what is magnetic inertia? It states that flux cannot be changed instantaneously in a machine. So flux will not be able to change instantaneously. So some flux must be induced to oppose the effect of armature reaction, which will try to maintain the field flux constant. So flux will be induced in case of damper winding and also field winding. Earlier field winding was DC excited. Now AC current will be induced in field winding just so as to increase the field flux, so as to oppose the effect of armature reaction and maintain the flux constant. So now what will happen is, as the flux is induced, the initial period is called as subtransient period. There we will have leakage reactance, armature reaction. Since flux is induced in field winding and damper winding, so they will also have some flux. So this will be the model of the synchronous machine. The equivalent reactance is represented by XD double dash. It is equal to XL plus 1 upon 1 by XA, 1 by XF, 1 by XDW. Okay, this will be the subtransient reactance of the synchronous generator. Here the flux is induced in field winding and damper winding, which tries to increase the field flux to oppose the demagnetizing armature reaction. Now usually what happens is, what is the use of damper winding in machine? As we have studied in case of machines, damper winding damps out the oscillation. Since it provides damping, it must have energy loss. So its resistance is high. Inductance will be low. So what we can say? L by R ratio is low. But in case of field winding, what is the purpose of field winding? To generate the flux for the machine operation. Now since it generates the flux, its inductance must be high and resistance must be low. Why the resistance should be low? So as to reduce the losses in the field winding. So if inductance is high, resistance is low, so L by R of field winding will be high. That means time constant of field winding is always greater than time constant of damper winding, due to which current will decay slowly in the field winding as compared to damper winding. Now, as I told you, flux cannot be changed instantaneously, so what will happen? Flux will gradually change, but it will change. How it will change gradually? Initially, to support the flux, currents are induced in damper and the field winding. Now these currents will start decaying. As they decay, the flux will go on reducing, but that will happen gradually. Now the currents will decay with a time constant equal to tau. For a damper winding, that is a low time constant, and for field winding it is high. Now since damper winding time constant is low and field winding is high, currents will decay faster in damper winding as compared to field winding. When the current will decay, we will open circuit the damper winding reactance and the model will remain something like this. Here we have open circuited damper winding as IDW goes to 0. Whenever IDW goes to 0, such a period is called as transient period beginning. Transient period will begin when the current in damper winding is reduced to 0 and only armature reaction and field winding remain. The reactance is represented as XD dash. It will be XL plus 1 by XA plus 1 by XF. This will be the transient reactance of the synchronous machine under short circuit condition. Now eventually what will happen is, the current will be decaying in field winding also. Which current? That is your AC current, not the DC current. DC current will be constant due to constant DC excitation. But AC current will go on reducing, and once it is reduced to 0, we enter the steady state period. So we will define XT, which is equal to XL plus XA. So the reactances of a synchronous machine under short circuit condition are time dependent. XD is a function of time. As the time passes by, it will change. So we have divided the time into 3 periods. One is your subtransient, second one is your transient, and last one is your steady state. Here we define the reactance as XT double dash, here XD dash, here XD. And if we compare the values, it will come out to be like this. So reactance will go on increasing as the current goes on reducing, in case of a synchronous machine. Okay. So here we give the physical significance to the period, subtransient, transient and steady state. Earlier I vaguely defined as 1 to 2 cycle is subtransient, 2 to 5 is transient, and after 5 cycles it will be steady state. But now we see what is the physical significance behind these three periods. Now suppose we plot the symmetrical short circuit current. Symmetrical short circuit current means AC current. We are not taking the DC offset. Now during subtransient period, what will happen is IF double dash will be EG by XD double dash. During transient period, IF dash will be EG by XD dash. During steady state, IF will be EG by XD. Now we know XD double dash is less than XD dash is less than XD, due to which current will have the opposite factors. IF double dash is greater than IF dash is greater than IF. So the current will go on reducing as the time passes by due to increase in reactance. Now in case of a fault, there are two currents. One is the steady state or the symmetrical current. Other is your transient or the DC offset current. Now DC offset current is exponentially decaying because of the resistance of the machine. We plotted DC offset current something like this in the last class. Okay. And the symmetrical AC current is decaying due to increasing reactance of the machine. Okay. So AC current will also decay as well as DC current will decay. AC will decay due to increase in reactance. DC will decay due to resistance of the machine. Now if we plot the reactance variation with time, what we are seeing is as the time passes by, current reduces and reactance increases like this. So this value we can call as XD double dash. After some time, we will enter the transient region. This is your subtransient and this will be your steady state. So this is how the reactance will vary in the machine. The reactance will change gradually, due to which the fault current will also decay gradually. But what we have approximated is, we have taken only three values of reactance. Instead of continuous variation, we are taking discrete variation. That is XD double dash, XD dash and XD. So we have just taken three steps in the reactances. We are not considering all the values. We are just considering three values. Okay. So it is a valid approximation when it comes to the short circuit modeling of the synchronous machine. Now let us discuss what are the effects whenever a short circuit fault will occur. Now usually what happens is, if we consider a lossless machine, then whatever is the mechanical input will be same as the electrical output. Why? Because later on what we will study is an equation called as swing equation, which is equal to Pm minus P. Now here d square theta by dt square is actually acceleration of the rotor of machine. Now under steady state, what happens is speed is constant, so acceleration must be 0. Hence Pm must be equal to P. Now what happens as fault occurs? Suppose three-phase short circuit fault will occur. Then what will happen is entire current will go into the fault. Hence the electrical output of the machine is reduced to 0. Then what will happen? Pm minus Pe will be greater than 0, due to which acceleration will be positive and due to which speed will increase. So actually the rotor speed will be higher than the synchronous speed in case of a three-phase short circuit fault. And if rotor speed increases, the frequency will also increase. But we made an assumption that the frequency remains constant under the short circuit fault condition. But here what we are seeing is the physical effect of a fault is to increase the frequency of the system due to increase in the rotor speed. Okay, that is precisely the phenomena between hunting when the speed of the rotor changes due to sudden mechanical input on the shaft of motor. But this is the hunting phenomena, or this is the oscillations that we are studying in case of synchronous generator and not the motor. More details we will study about this in the stability chapter, so no need to worry about how this equation we arrived at and how we will be using it to determine the oscillations of the machine. So let us summarize what we covered in this lecture. We saw the short circuit model of the machine. Here we first saw the subtransient model in which xd double dash was xl plus 1 upon 1 by xa plus 1 by xf plus 1 by xdw. This was the subtransient. Then xd dash, that is xl plus 1 upon 1 by xa plus 1 by xf. Then xd, that will be equal to xl plus 1 xl plus xa. And we saw that xd double dash is less than xd dash is less than xd. Okay. Then we studied about the effects of the short circuit fault, that is to increase the speed of the rotor or to increase the frequency of the system. Okay. In the next lecture we will see how to analyze different faults in the system, how to mathematically model them and derive whatever is the fault current or whatever is the current going into the fault in a system. That we will start from the next lecture onwards.
So my friend, if you want to join Unacademy, if you liked the lecture, if you like the content that you have just watched and you have decided that Unacademy is the right place for you and you want to learn with me, you want to learn from me, then don't hesitate, because that is where we are conducting free classes every day that will boost your GATE rank. So if you decide to take subscription, click on GATE and ESE, click on get subscription. After this, you can choose the plan that you want to opt for. The final year and dropper can take 1 year plan. Second and the third year can take 2 year plan. But don't forget to use the code Ankit ESE. This will give you 10% off, as well as it will bring you under my guidance. And as you can see, the prices are really affordable, my friend. It is much less than any other institute can offer you. And that is why I keep repeating, Unacademy is not an academy. It is a revolution. It is a feeling. You can make the payment by credit, debit card, EMI, net banking. Also, EMI is available on debit card, but for HDFC debit card and Bajaj Finserv debit card. So if you are from a weak financial background, you can pay the amount in installments, but only use the code Ankit ESE. And my friend, these are some videos where I have told how to study, how to get the best rank in GATE, and these videos will really help you in cracking GATE. So make sure that you watch each and every one of them. And my friend, these are our other channels, like for mechanical we have, for civil also we have, for computer science we have for SSC, JEE, all branches, electrical, mechanical, civil. And on this channel we have the previous year question video solution, that too free of cost. And many more channels will be coming very soon for you guys. So be a part of our YouTube family and you can take the benefit of all the free content that we are bringing. And my friend, this is my Telegram channel where you will find the notes of each and every lecture that I take. And this is my Unacademy profile, which you can follow to watch my content for free on Unacademy, because there also I am taking regular free classes. So if you can't afford to join Unacademy, then keep associated with us, keep sharing the content that we are providing, and work towards making this YouTube family bigger and better. We'll keep bringing more and more content for you, and the only fees that you have to pay, my friend, is that you have to work hard and you have to share and like each and every video that we are uploading. So that way this family gets bigger. Even the student in a rural area can take the benefit of the free initiatives that we have started. And my friend, you also get the best rank in GATE without having to stress about how to pay. So if you can't be paying or you can't afford to pay, then make sure that you are building this YouTube family, a bigger and a better YouTube family, the biggest and the best community of all electrical engineers. So that is all from my side. See you again in the next lecture. Thank you.